sound?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I thought the sound was already on.
There we go. I just turned it on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey.
Y'all, can we just say something real quick? The sound be off on purpose.
Yeah.
While Josh is setting things up, he doesn't have the sound on.
And the way we be dragging folk in here, y'all don't need to hear it. I'm just playing.
We be dragging. We always join with a little bit of hot piping tea.
Right.
They love the tea though. That's the problem.
I know they want it. They want that tea, which is why
They be like, who could read lips in here? Please, somebody help.
And they do
The
be.
sound always be off at the beginning. Y'all be is it my ears? Please tell me. Ouch! I want hearing this. I like video sound. I can. You guys hearing it? I'm not hearing. Did they say funny thing?
What is
They
it?
weren't hearing.
My mother literally texted me, "We can't hear y'all."
That was not to you, Mama Angel.
That was definitely not.
That was
to
definitely
everybody
That
else
was
in
all
the
to
room.
you, Mama. Kev is so
That was
rude.
good morning. That was good morning to everybody.
That was
but
everybody but Mama Angel.
Listen,
Mama Angel.
that's
Are y'all ready to start?
they better be, because it's about to be good.
Are you ready?
Come on, Kev.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna take me
here for it.
vocal lessons.
You are?
I am.
You should.
I'm dead serious.
I
And when
am.
I can sing,
you Skillshare.
don't at me. No, I'm doing Stevie Mackey.
Why does that sound
He's
familiar?
well,
That ruined your tire.
no, he's J-Lo's vocal coach, which doesn't really show what Case's skill.
Well, that
but
means-
hey,
But no.
hey,
She made hits with that voice, so he did something.
there you go.
And you probably got a good deal. It's probably
Yeah.
a discounted rate, you know?
All right. What up, y'all? It's your boy Kevin on Stage. Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm me, Kevin on Stage. This is
That chick Angel.
and we're here for another banger.
I'm gonna go crazy with the cameras.
Bonus
Banger.
episode. Explosions. Smash that
Banger.
like button. Leave the video.
Smash
Come back.
it.
Smash the like button.
Banger.
We go a little bit crazy. Before we start, I don't know if or will I will share this information publicly. But
What?
this is why I was in a good mood this morning.
Oh.
No, it's not that.
Oh, it's not.
My brother and I paid off my grandmother's mortgage this morning.
Ooh!
And I cried like a baby.
Do it.
And it wasn't even like a lot of money.
It don't matter.
It didn't matter. It was a lot to her. And when we called her, she cried so hard.
Oh.
And I was un bebé. I was in the Toyota parking lot. I was picking up my Toyota. So it was like a mix of emotions. Literally picking up the Toyota. They talking about $5,000 to fix the AC. I said, $5,000? What? Cuz I'll fire on you. Don't you see it's a 09?
Yes.
Why would I do that? So
Yeah.
I'm waiting to get my car, and my grandma is crying. I am crying. My brother's crying. We're all crying. I'm talking about warm tears.
She have
Yeah.
her teeth in?
She had her teeth in.
Oh, man.
This
had
is
her
Grandma
teeth in.
Ruth,
This
the one that
Grandma
had to
Ruth.
clap back at you when you were talking about it.
My grandmother.
Oh.
It was a culmination of so much. Like she has done, like literally was telling her, she helped frame the way I see the world. You know, she took me to Las Vegas when I was a kid, and seeing the world that big, it was like, oh wow, the world is bigger than El Paso. 'Cause
Yeah.
at that time I had been nowhere cool, just El Paso, Phoenix, Albuquerque. Those places all looked exactly the same, and all we did is go to church. So I literally saw nothing but revival, another revival. And then going to Las Vegas and staying at Circus, which sucks as a hotel now, but as a kid, it was
was great.
It
Yeah.
was the most amazing thing. And for her to be, 70 plus years old, and for us to be able to be like, you don't have to worry about this
Right.
anymore. And then she texts us like, so what this mean? I ain't got to pay?
No!
And I said, God, Jesus,
Hey!
And I called Melissa and I cried more. And that's why I can talk about it without crying now.
Because you've got it all
I've
out.
learned if you process your feelings, they won't surprise you.
Yes.
If they
yes.
happen in real time and you're just like, oh, right. And I was like, I told Liz, I was like overwhelmed with emotion because it was like her sacrifice, created opportunity for us, right? But she didn't necessarily get to achieve everything we have,
Yeah.
right? But she like goes in and, you know, sets the standard. Then my mom and my dad go a little bit further, and then we do, you know, we go out of there,
Yeah.
but then we can come back. And be
Right.
like, but now you ain't got to worry about nothing. Literally all she wants to do is not pay her bill, not worry about her bill. She didn't even ask us to do this and go to church.
That's
She
it.
literally just wants to go.
She said, "That's the life right there. Don't bother me
Go
about
to
nothing
church
else."
and go on cruises if those come back, and if not, just travel in general. And it was just so great, man.
Now, is this the same house you grew up in, or another
This
house?
this is the house I lived in when I was in 10th grade.
Wow.
You know, it's a little mobile home. It is. It ain't nothing nice.
Listen, it's
And-
hers.
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
like, she wants to move from El Paso, and just to be able to do that, I was just like, dang.
Man.
And when my brother sent the payoff amount, I was like, girl,
we could have been done did this.
it's a long time ago.
Right.
What you talking?
Right.
We talking Maseratis now. You know what I'm talking about? We talking big Mozzie talk.
Oh.
So anyway, that was great news. So I wanted to share that with you guys.
That's so good, Kevin. That is so good. For real. We're not just going to I know you said what you going to say, but let me say this.
Say what you gonna say, Angel.
That is amazing. You know, a lot of people, I feel like in just black people, or it might be people of color. I can only speak for black folk. That's one of the things that a lot of us strive to do, is to be able to give back to the people that we know had it harder,
Yes.
that tried to give us the best they had. And not everybody's going to be able to do it.
No.
So, I mean, what a blessing it is.
a blessing.
Kevin, that you get to feel that
Yeah.
in this day. You ain't even 40, Kev. You ain't even 40.
Hallelujah.
And you did it. Come on, give a
We
worship.
got Josh learning these black songs.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey.
So that was great.
On
might not get the
Beyonce's birthday, you
Maserati
did it.
because of that, though.
That's all right. You don't need it.
I was just like, literally, I'll probably be going down a couple rungs. But in the grand scheme of things,
Yeah.
it means more to me that, you know, for her, like more than having a Maserati, to be able to do that for her,
That's a flex.
that's a flex.
Maserati is a-
relieving burdens is a flex upon flexes. You know what I'm saying? Like that
Yes.
Maserati, it was so nice. But taking care of my grandma is, and what it meant to her, I was like, girl. 'Cause she
Yeah.
don't be crying. She be like, I'm big roof.
Yeah.
Big roofy G. You know what I'm saying? But bruh, when your grandsons pay your house off, you cry like a
That's
baby.
like 10 Maseratis, Kev. That's what
like
you
10 Maseratis.
That's what you did.
That's like 10 Maseratis. I still want the Maserati. Let's just be clear.
You're like, one day.
When by the time I'm 40, don't at
It's
me.
going to be before then. But you're going to get a nice car that doesn't have to be the Maserati right
Why I
now.
can't get it now?
Because, Kev, you don't know about any other car. You would probably be so excited about another car if you had a chance to actually look at cars.
Not gonna lie, I was driving home last night, drove by Kev for about half a second because he decided to open it up on the freeway. I was just like, I can't see Kev in any other car.
I
after
had the
this.
Maserati a lot. I had it
You know,
for a couple
help,
more
Josh.
days. And I said, I saw
I
Josh
saw
on the
him
side
in
of
it.
me on the 101,
At
and
night.
I rolled my window down. I did this, and then I said,
And then he slowed down about 40 feet further though, because there was a truck in front of him. So yeah,
But then a truck really killed my
Yeah.
whole thing. And
There
he
you
came-
go.
He
That's-
caught right back up, and I was like,
He's like,
I got home, I texted him, I was like, that was anticlimactic.
right, right. He's like, you burned all that gas to get 10 feet. Good for you.
It's like when somebody beat you to a red light, and then you meet him at the next red light, like, and look where we both are.
Right, look
the
at that.
Same red light. But for those 3 seconds when I punched it,
You were living high. Living high.
Speaking of Maseratis,
Woo! Come on, talk about him.
Tyler Perry is a billionaire.
Billion. What that be, boy?
I would like to make the announcement here. I'm going back to the wig. Since he's retiring with Dia, I'm about to take that spot. I'm making 700 TV shows a day.
Come on.
Full episodes. I was talking to somebody who shot a show with him on set. She said he is efficient.
Yes.
He does 1 or 2 takes with him in it. A stunt double does the rest, where his back's turned. They don't do no whole bunch of mess ups.
No.
I had this in the docket a couple weeks ago, but they had shot something like 26 episodes of a TV show in 11 days.
Yeah, that's how he shoots. That is how Breach was talking about. There was one scene they had to do. Tyler didn't even have on the correct pants from the waist down, but because there was something in front, literally he didn't care. He's like, come on. I move the camera over there as they're putting the wig on him, and as he's buttoning it, and then get that camera there, and
man,
like he's not playing games because he actually knows what he's trying to get to. I think people think he doesn't know what he's doing because it doesn't look like what people expect.
And I think I know where you're going. I think he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yes, I don't think people
He
realize.
shoots multicam?
What?
Yeah.
He might shoot his movies multicam.
Yes, he does.
He does?
Yes.
And that's not common because we were shooting with Brendan the other day. We were shooting sketches for Keep Your Distance.
Yeah.
And we shot them with 3 cam because we don't have a whole bunch of time. We're not trying to keep people. And I was like, why don't people do this on movies? He was like, because DPs really want to just like
Focus on the one frame. You got to light for the one frame.
And lighting for the one. Tyler probably is doing this. And what I mean is just like lighting the section of the room.
Right.
And go.
And
I mean, you know, without like, you've been on sets where it takes forever to get one scene when it doesn't need to.
Listen.
Let me tell you what. Bernie Mac said they don't pay you to act, they pay you to wait.
Yes,
and it is the most, bruh, we, on almost every legit set thing I've shot, legit things, as an actor, you have to like keep your frustration down because you be having it. Then you take a safety take. And then you do like 4 more, like, bruh.
Right.
I'm giving you the same thing. Like, especially when people are really professional.
Yeah.
They're giving you what you need on the first or second take.
Yeah.
And then you have to do that. Angels close up. Angels dirty over the shoulder. Angels wide. And it's just like, bruh.
It's a lot. So when you bring in that second and third camera that's getting while one is getting the close up, the other one is getting the 2-shot.
That's all I don't understand though. Angel, like, you can stagger. You can get your close and your medium.
Yeah.
Because we're lit for that.
Yeah.
At least that. And maybe like, no. When I did when they did Little Rascals, I was like, y'all really have one camera?
Yeah.
Where
is the other camera? Where is it?
And Tyler is like, he shoots his movies multicam. Usually they shoot sitcoms multicam. But shooting movies multicam is the only way he can shoot them that fast.
Yeah. I mean, a lot more shows like with Atypical, they a lot of times had 2 cameras going at the same time.
Oh, did they?
Yes, for efficiency reasons. Because, yes, if an actor is giving a phenomenal performance, why not catch it all in the one?
Yes.
That makes sense.
When
a lot
I
of times
shoot
you're
my
like,
movies,
I'm not feeling it the way you felt it or the way you had it last time.
Right.
Yeah.
You
And
can't
now
get
what?
that. It's done.
Yeah.
Like, or you want the actor to do it on their close-up.
Yeah.
Right? But their best performance might be on the medium or the wide.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you, on my movies, I'm going to do probably a hybrid of Tyler and traditional things, which is just get the close and maybe the in the medium at the same time.
Yeah.
Then when you flip, that's 2 shots at once. You know what I'm saying? Or if you can do the wide. Comedies are a little easier, though, because dramas are mood lit and, you know, the lighting tells the stories. Comedies are usually more bright.
Yeah.
My thing I want to ask you,
Please.
because I used to go back and forth with this, like, do you care about the quality of Tyler's work? Because I feel like Tyler has been like, he's well aware of the quality he puts out. I think he's decided efficiency and quantity is more important than perfection.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts as an artist on that?
Well, I'm not Tyler's audience. So there you have it. That's truly, I realized that early on. This man is not writing things that I would enjoy on a normal basis. So once I remove that, I have to think about if I were his audience member. They don't care about that. They're not sitting there thinking, ooh, this lighting is off. Why is it so dark around the edges? What is this? Or what is this wig that they have on? Or why is this cafe doesn't really speak to, the cafe is now a character when it shouldn't be inside of this. These people that are the ones that have made Tyler or helped to make Tyler rich, because he's done his work, don't care about those things. So if I'm coming from that point of view, don't care, because I'm realizing that they want a good riveting drama that might have some twists and turns that you weren't expecting, regardless of whether or not the twist or turn makes any sense. They want to be like, what? That's what they want. And that's what he gives them all the time is a what? How did that happen?
That's so true. I feel like it's never been put as succinctly as that.
Mm-hmm.
I think we want more. He was like, people were like, I remember I read an article. They were like, why don't you do more things like you did with Precious, like executive producers? He was like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's also, you're right. It is your money. It is your time.
Right.
And it's kind of like in comedy, a lot of times comics have all these rules about comedy that the audience doesn't care about.
They don't.
You can't do music bits. You can't be too, you don't buy tickets.
Exactly.
Audience members buy tickets.
Right.
So as long as Tyler, and this is what I've learned from Tyler that I think is the most important key for me to take. Find who likes you, serve them,
Yes.
and block everybody else out.
I think you've done a good job at that.
I'm working towards it more. But at first, I got to tell you about JoJo's podcast. We shot another episode yesterday. And I was, I was telling him, I'll tell you a little bit now. He was like, you can't please everybody. Just find your audience and please them. And I was like, that's such a simple statement, but it's really, really hard.
It is.
In practicality. But Tyler has been like, he's aware of the criticisms from his other filmmakers. He's aware of the audience. But he's also aware of BT saying, here's $280 million.
Yeah.
Tyler was going to start his own streaming service.
Yeah, that's what I was
BT
telling
was like,
you.
hey, hold on.
Wait.
What if we gave you $280 million and you still own everything? So when that deal eventually lapses, you know what Tyler now has? Even more a cachet of stuff to
even more
launch
content.
the TPS app or whatever
Yeah.
it does. And if not, he has $280 million. You don't have to carry the whole load.
Right.
A good businessman, I remember when I was working at All Def, and I was like, why are y'all raising money? Y'all are already rich. And the leadership team was like, why use my money if I can use someone else's?
Hey, come on, Glory.
So
Yeah.
Tyler was like, let me take BT's $280
Yeah.
million and make what I was going to make anyway. And now I'm not down that production cost.
Right.
And I'm up. And man, people be having shows. He's giving so many people shows.
So many.
So I'm just like, and I loved Medea. And like as an artist, it's also a thing that I have like helps me too. Like there was a time where I loved Tyler's work. Like Medea plays,
That was
I
your
thought
jam.
We would gather around, all that stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff he's made that I haven't connected to as much later. But there's some people who fall off from my stuff.
Yeah.
Who liked, Playmakers, but don't like the new stuff, especially with the comedy show. People who don't want there to be cussing. I get that. And there's going to be people like, I used to like Kev when he did that church stuff, but then he kind of wavered and I fell off. And that's okay.
Yeah,
Because what happens is new people join. And I, as the artist, am creating what I feel like is important to me.
Yeah.
And whether you like that or not, that's A-okay.
Yeah, what I am learning from Tyler, what I am also learning from you a little bit, but I think mostly Tyler, is I think I said this before, I'm a slave to rules. So if rules have already been established, it is very hard for me to be like, forget your rules, man. I'm going to do it this way.
Yeah.
And that is something that like I can't deny about him is that he broke so many rules.
Yeah.
Like from jump, even with his plays. I was like, they can't just be singing songs that belong to other people. You can't do that. He was like, well, I am, and ain't nobody stopped me so far. I'm just gonna do what I do. So like things like there's certain things because I'm such a rule follower, because I just feel like, and also with the even having a very strong niche, it like he has no problem not having people or having people not like him. I think I have for the longest time been like, keep the broadest audience because it makes you more appealing, but trying to really hone in on like, who do I want to be able to talk to and not have to explain so many things.
This is why the stage crew, actually, my audience has helped me with that. The Melissa talking about the 95 and them reminding me like, Kev, it's cool. We get it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so much easier to create, because it's like, for me, it's like if the Patreon gets it, they're the ones who really support.
Yeah.
Right? And Tyler, at one point in time, he only had what I have Patreon-wise. Maybe that was in Atlanta or whatever.
Yeah.
If they get it, and that, like, I want people who get it. If you don't get it, that's fine. But I want people who get it. And if you change your mind, that's fine too.
Right.
But just know, that's why I like to communicate what I'm doing and allow people to know. Like, it's kind of like when Disney stars, I think we were talking about this before. Disney stars start off as these little cute people and they grow up and they're like, actually, I want to make this now. Like even Beyonce, you've been a fan for,
Today's her birthday. Happy birthday, girl. I'm sure she's Patreon. That's the only reason why I said it. Go ahead.
But Beyonce went from Destiny's Child to solo, which was almost all anthems, and she made no personal music, not crazy personal, until Self-Titled.
Yeah.
And she didn't even cuss.
Nope.
In her music, I feel like Self-Titled was the first time she cussed for real and talked about her life. And then Lemonade, she really let it all.
She was like, y'all getting all this.
Yeah. And people were mad. She's cussing now. What about this and that? And she was like, this is the art I'm making now. Like, but cussing Beyonce, so to speak, gave you the Coachella performance.
Yeah.
Which is one of the most quintessential performances. It's probably the best performance I've seen live.
Yeah.
And you weren't there.
And I wasn't.
Imagine
there.
if you were.
If I was there, I would have gotten a headache and passed out. I'm certain.
You would have been like the Michael Jackson fans.
Yeah, I would have, and it wouldn't have been out of me acting like crazy. It's just all that energy and all that creativity. I would have gotten a headache and been like, I can't. I'd be like, let me just watch it. Let me just watch it later. Man. But yes, just there is. The sooner you can get to that, I feel like the better. The sooner you can get to, let me just be as authentic as I can so that my creativity can be the best that it can and not worry about who can't vibe with that. Because the people that do vibe with it they'll vibe hard.
100%.
The sooner you can get to that, the more successful you will be. And the fact that Tyler got there so long ago is what has caused him to be who he's become.
Double down, triple down. KB said something really key. She said, I appreciate you and Melissa's growth. There's only so much content about the church a person can make. Even in my comedy, when I started off, I was like, the reason... Sorry.
That's okay. You know, I'll be burping and all that stuff too. Go ahead.
The reason I started the Kev on Stage YouTube channel specifically is because I didn't want to make videos only about the church. I saw where the Playmakers were going. And I was like, this is great. But also... I think this thing that I saw is funny. And this message I might preach, this also might be funny, but also might make a sketch. So if you really are a fan, you know that I've been trying to express myself creatively in a different way. And also, like, I was thinking if I get a movie role or something and I'm playing a character, that character might cuss or, whatever. Not my stuff. But I mean, like, Denzel hits me up and is like, Kev, Angel said I was overrated. To prove her wrong, I'm gonna give you a role, but you gotta cuss. And I'll be like, and he'd be like, Kev, let's make Angel eat her words. And I'd be like, yeah. And then also let's cast Jeffrey Wright in it. So Angel's like, oh, now I have to watch it. And then let's have Shy play their song. So Angel is completely confused.
My God, you petty LaBelle, you are such a jerk. You're like, and then Denzel's gonna say this. One last thing before we leave off of Tyler. Okay. Have you seen Black AF? Did you watch any of that?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, don't worry about
Everybody talks about that episode. You talking about the episode with him and Tyler?
Yes. And this is what we're saying is all the things he says in this episode. He's like, and he says F. He's like, F everybody else. I don't care about them. I make content for my audience. Yeah. I give no F's about the critics and what everybody feels like I should be doing. They can kiss my black bleep.
He said that?
Tyler went off in there. He went off. And Kenya Barris, the creator of Blackish, Black AF, all of them.
Grownish.
The Mixish. He's respected. He had a deal with ABC. Now he has a huge deal with Netflix. So for even him to have Tyler Perry in his series to do this whole monologue about this is what I do and this is why I do it just shows how much I think a lot of Black Hollywood is awakening to the fact of we have been trying to force ourselves to fit into this mode. And there's nothing wrong with
Africa.
Right. There's nothing wrong with enjoying and even wanting to emulate what Hollywood has set as a standard, but it's also okay to be like, nah, I'm not off that. I'm gonna do it this way. I have no problem just being like, I don't want to do that no more.
You want to play the clip?
Sure.
Somebody suggested it. I haven't seen it. Tyler Perry, Kenya Barris.
He cussing, y'all.
He's cussing.
Y'all be okay. Your ears are not going to be on fire.
The people section. You guys, if you don't get the Afro code joke, you had to be at the last. Keep your distance. Okay, here it goes.
I mean, I feel like you have figured out the beat of your own drum, and that's what you dance to, and it works for you. You know, it's like you care. I don't. I don't know how to do it, man. I feel like I really care what
It's a bootleg?
I like a lot. I care what everybody thinks. To be honest with you, I feel like that's almost all I care about. It seems like. What other people think? It's really sad, man. It's a sad existence. It's not a great life. But it seems like every time I do a project, the first thing I do after the project comes out is go to Rotten Tomatoes. But let me just tell you about the tomatoes. I don't fuck with them. You don't fuck with tomatoes? I don't give a damn about it. Rotten or fresh, none of that means shit to me. That's amazing. What about critics? I don't give a fuck.
You didn't. I told you. Because
That's a funny way to say it.
Please, because listen, I know that I'm telling stories that my folks want to see. I'm talking from our point of view. We're speaking a language. We're speaking a shorthand that we get, that white people don't necessarily get. Nina Simone said this, and I never forgot it. She said, "You will use up everything you got trying to give everybody what they want."
Mm-hmm.
You gotta focus, man. And you know what I do?
Run him back.
We're talking. We know each other. We get it. There's a lot of times I see shit that win Oscars. I be like, "What is this shit?" I walked out halfway through it. I don't get it. But and listen, I feel like they feel the same way about my work. They don't get it, which is all cool. My mother, born in Jim Crow South in Louisiana, right down the street from Mississippi where Emmett Till was murdered. She told me the value of being who I am, of my blackness. She said, "Don't you ever let anybody tell you who you are. You know who you are. You know where you come from." I watched her stories. I watched her struggles.
Let me
That's
speak to
what
you,
I'm
Gail.
telling the stories that I come from, and that's why they're winning, because people are recognizing themselves in these stories. No matter how crass that people think they are, no matter what the critics are saying, "Oh, I don't get this shit. I don't understand what it is." I don't give a fuck because I'm talking to us. That's why millions of people are watching my shows every week. That's why people keep showing up and sending the movies to #1. I'm talking to us, connecting with us. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what you're doing. Trying to get them to approve you. That's what I don't get. Why are niggas running around trying to get white folks to please tell me I'm special? Oh, give me your Oscar. Oh, let me know I'm all of these things that you want me to. Fuck that. Tell your story. Live in your own life, in your own culture. Tell your own experience. Well, can't nobody tell you how to be you. You hear what I'm saying? I do, man. Good. I really fucking do. Good.
Okay, one thing I just gotta say. Kenya Bear's speaking voice.
It's terrible,
Oh
isn't
my
it?
gosh.
What was that?
I really do.
I never heard him talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's how he sounds.
Whew. Oh man, I don't know what. Anyway,
Yeah.
I love that.
I
I wasn't
forgot
even worried
that
about
you.
white people, but
I forgot that you didn't watch Black AF because
Yeah.
we've said this. But yeah, that scene, Marcus loves it. This is he's watching it for the second time through.
really,
Yes, but that scene, he's like, that scene is just so good, and you really understand the beast that is Tyler Perry after seeing that.
well, here's the thing. He tells the stories he wants. His audience likes it.
Mm-hmm.
He made $1 billion. What does failure look like? If you don't like, I mean,
Right.
if this isn't success,
Right.
what is it?
What is
because
it?
he's doing what he wants.
Uh-huh.
People he want, the people he's doing it for like it.
Yeah.
He's paid handsomely.
Yeah.
He's at the top of his game.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. Okay, before we go into Rachel Dolezal, the return of Rachel,
Mm-hmm.
I want to tell you about JoJo real quick.
Please.
So we had shot the 3rd episode of his podcast, and the topic was video games. And after we shot, I was just like, just okay, right? But I didn't say nothing because it's not my show. If you like it, I love it. You're 11. I don't expect you to,
Yeah.
It's gonna edit it, post it, go on to the next episode. Come home yesterday, and he's like, I really didn't love the last episode. I just feel like I didn't have exactly what I wanted to say. I was stumbling. It wasn't as interesting as I wanted it to be. Can we reshoot it and talk about something else? And I was like, no. You were my son before. But the fact that you
Yeah.
were like, So we came in yesterday and we shot it on here. Actually, we shot both on here. Yeah, that wall casts a lot of shadows. I got to figure out how to light it. I was like, this is Shadow McGee.
White
Yeah.
walls are hard
White
to
Yeah,
light.
lights are-
it was
it'll be bright, especially with any lights that aren't this high pointing down.
Ah,
It's the
that's why you
angle.
do that. But when he did that, I was like, you are a creator's son. Mm-hmm. I didn't even tip him off that I felt I wasn't even going to do that. Like, I'm not trying to impose. For as long as he wants to do this podcast, I'm in.
Yeah.
I love it. We get to spend time together. I see his talent. But when he said, let's reshoot it, I was like, oh, you are. You're it. And
yeah.
I'd be watching him, I'd be like, you are going to everybody in my family is going to surpass me. Melissa, when she gets into her fullness, Isaiah as a director, creative, and JoJo as a like on-screen speaking talent. I'm like, you have my humor.
Yeah, he's so quick with it.
But you also have way more sarcasm than I had. Even like he's developing his voice at 11.
Yeah.
I was still doing this with toys. And he's like, let's shoot.
Yeah.
Let me do my ad.
Yeah.
He has such great personality. I be literally watching him like, man, you came for my balls.
Yes.
But more than that, he comes and he watches us. Remember we shoot Bald and the Beautiful? He'll sit over there on the couch and just but you don't realize how much your kids are paying attention.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the next episode is on par with him. I'd be like, you are really funny. And I'm biased as his dad, but as an unbiased person, because when it was just okay, I was like, just okay.
Yeah.
But when he goes off, I'm like, you got it, man.
Yeah, no, he's very quick with it. I'm like, ooh.
He laughed in my face, Angel. He was like, what'd you want to do before this? I was like, go to the NBA. He laughed. He said, you seriously thought you could go to the NBA? Why did you think that?
He's like, Dad.
Like, he never seen me hoop at my prime.
He's like, but I see you now. And this doesn't look like the body of a retired NBA player. It doesn't.
But I'm at the beginning of my journey. Most NBA players by 37, they are done. Their knees hurt. So
Yeah.
Take that. All right.
Take that.
The return of Rachel Dolezal. Dolezal 2.0. Please, Angel, inform the audience on what happened. This developed late last night or yesterday?
I have no idea when this developed, and I was so shocked. I'm trying to find the woman's name because the thing has switched up.
Her name is Jessica Krug.
Thank you, Jessica Krug. She wrote this very long dissertation, and I was actually confused at first because I thought that she was referring to, you know how when somebody white grows up around black folk and they're like, they kind of take on our mannerisms, they take on. So that's what I thought at first. But no. This woman was passing as Afro-Latina, as a black Puerto Rican.
I didn't know she was Puerto Rican.
Yeah,
she was passing as
She
Puerto
was passing as. She didn't put that in there. I had to do a little more research. And she writes this whole dissertation about, this is not an excuse. What I've done has been harmful, and I continue to misappropriate black culture. She said, first it was North African blackness.
Hold on.
Then it was.
She picked a couple?
Oh, she picked a couple. Then it was U.S. rooted blackness. Then it was Caribbean-rooted Bronx blackness. So she was just jumping all over the place to be like, I can fit in here, right? This looks good. She went all the way around the mulberry bush and wrote, like I said, wrote this really long thing that's supposed to be like her just making a confession. Yeah. She's like, I'm a coward, all these things. But low key, she only did it because somebody was getting ready to call her out.
Oh.
That's what
plot twist.
Niecy
Nash level plot twist. Niecy Nash came out like, what marriage?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm gay now.
What are you talking about? I like the women, okay?
Niecy Nash was like, I'm gay, y'all.
She's like, you see, my wife is, she don't wear makeup. Nah. She's out here playing the guitar.
Niecy Nash was on Black Love with her husband. And now she's like, that was last season.
That was last season. Okay. I'm doing something different now. And I like it. That thing. I can't wait to see it come out on us.
Oh, man.
She's like, exclusive pictures. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
They buy those.
Oh,
when you get the exclusives?
I know.
Niecy Nash followed me. She said she wanted to do Ask. Apparently, she used to be a pastor's wife. You told me that.
Yes. This is her third marriage. So she said, let's switch it up. So I'm going to read just a little bit of the person who called her out.
Okay.
She said the only reason why Jessica Krug finally admitted to this lie is because on August 26th, she had dates. You hear me? One very brave, a very black Latina junior scholar approached 2 senior Black Latina scholars and trusted them enough to do research and back her up. Those 2 scholars made phone calls and reached out to other senior scholars and institutions with proof. There was no witch hunt, but there was a need to draw the line. Krug, however you say her name, got ahead of the story because she was caught and she knew the clock was ticking because folks started to confront her and ask questions. Do not believe for 1 second that she would have come out with the truth on her own. She made a living and a whole life out of parroting, I think she means pirating, Black Rican trauma and survival. As a Black Rican, I am pissed. And the other thing is that let historians tell it, her work is actually good. Chick is smart. So why lie? This woman, that goes on and on because she was not having it today. It is so crazy to me that someone, and I finally saw pictures and I was like, oh, it was the dark lipstick that was pulling it off. She wore the dark lipstick. She has a thicker nose and then dyed her hair black. But in her elementary school pictures, she was white.
I didn't see her elementary school
Oh
picture.
my God. It was like elementary or middle school. She was really like the transformation this woman made. I was just like, how you do that? How you get that? How you be that white? Look, I'm like, you see it? You see how white she is?
She had blonde streaks.
Yes, this baby girl was.
Oh no,
she looked like a band girl. You see in this one with the glasses?
Yes.
She was so white. So
There's
white.
a video of her talking. Have you seen this?
No, what does she sound like?
No, let's pull it up.
And the reputation from this battle circulated for hundreds of years, and I mean that literally. So in the 1880s, right, imagine what the world looks like in the 1880s versus the 1590s. The Portuguese are still trying to conquer this region, and one of the army officials charged with doing so transcribed an account of this 1594 battle word for word to his superior and said, as you can plainly see, it is madness to attempt to penetrate Kisama for the purpose of conquering land there. He's not talking about anything that's happening in the 1880s. He's talking about something that happened in 1594 to make a case for why he shouldn't have to do something now. Okay? What happens after?
Oh,
Would you think that she wasn't Black?
she has no cultural indicators in her voice.
That's what I'm. Well, here's the thing about it. That doesn't sound like a Black woman talking or Afro Latina. That's a white woman.
This sounds like a white lady.
But do you
White
think
lady.
if you were presented to her, or she was presented to you as Black or Afro Latina, would you question it?
No, because I believe everybody be Black. I be seeing the blackness in everybody.
That Rachel Delzal, I know she was in Spokane. My boy, Black dude in Spokane was like, bruh, I worked with her. I thought she was Black. Everybody thought she was Black.
Listen, I have a line sister who is definitely biracial. I've met her mother. Her mother is Black. I've met her dad. Her dad is white. However, she put a picture of her and Rachel Dolezal side by side, and I was like, yup, like, sis, y'all right there on the same. Y'all right there looking exactly the same. So I wouldn't have questioned Rachel because she literally could have been a mixed Black woman.
Yeah.
So, no, I be seeing, listen, somebody tell me they Black, I be like, I see it. The way you sweat. The way you sweat look real Black to me. Yeah, but I would have never because you just don't think of people doing that. Like I remember when Black people would try to pretend like they were mixed with something. Like they'd be like, yeah, I got a little bit of Chickasaw,
We
Cherokee.
love to put something.
I got a
I'm
little.
Black, but we Cherokee.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Jeep Grand Cherokee. matter of fact.
My granddaddy, he was Puerto Rican. Like I'm used to us doing that, so it's so strange to me to hear that white folk are like, but look at this.
The crazy thing is this white woman, she not only passes Black, she came and got some Black stuff. She got some grants. She sold some books.
Yeah.
But she don't have to worry about the other stuff.
No.
Let me just put a little Black on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. But you gotta get the book. You understand me?
It's crazy because we don't see it as that we have a bunch of privileges, but
No.
they're like, you all don't know how to use them. That's what you do. You just don't know how to use it. You're silly. Watch me take all this money that you could have had.
Oh.
You could have had the scholarship, but I'm
So
gonna
now
take
what
it.
does she do? She die? She go back to blonde and be like,
I'm like, what do you do? Like I said, I read her whole story confused. I was like, well, what do you do when you're a white person growing up around black people? How do you?
you're Big Irish J.
Right.
What? Big Irish J is a white person who grew up around black people. He still looks and talks like a black or white person.
Yeah.
His jokes, and this is why I love his comedy. His jokes aren't black people do this,
Yeah.
white people do that.
Not at all.
You
No.
know, white people. I went to black church so long. How you been doing it, black people? He hates that, by the way.
I'm
and
sure.
some comedians, you know, Gary Owen has a joke like that is hilarious, but also Gary Owen's married to a black woman.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, that framing to me is different.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of, and Dustin doesn't do this either, and neither does Trevor. I don't be booking no white people on my shows who just gonna come and be like, y'all be dunking, huh?
Right.
And
Right.
we be laying it up. Not gonna
You're
do
like,
that.
no, this is not gonna work well with
I
this
just
audience.
want you to do you gotta have regular material. But you can grow up around black people and still be white. I
Yes.
grew up around Mexican people the first 10 years of my life. You didn't see me dressing like a cholo.
Yeah.
I also went to black church and they remind me of who I really was.
That helps. I have a
weekly.
friend. I have a friend who is Filipino, and there was not a large Filipino community in Kentucky,
Mm-hmm.
specifically in Lexington. So she gravitated to black folk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she still looks very Filipino. There were a couple of times where when we were used to do the side twist on the side, where you twist the hair up and you let the rest
Yeah.
down. She would do that on occasion, and she had children by mostly.
sorry.
That's
Hold on.
okay. She had children by by only black men. I think is married to a black man. But I never felt as though she was trying to shed her Filipiness.
Filipino-ness.
Yes.
Filipinianity.
She was never trying to shed that. I can understand it being confusing when you're growing up as an adolescent and trying to, but once you're an adult, like this
Yeah.
woman is, she's a full grown woman, you know better. And she said that. I knew better. I know right from wrong. I chose to do wrong.
The thing is, she just was like living her life like this. I actually got a video of her doing one of her speeches. Hold on one second.
Prison Mike.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Do you really expect us to believe you're somebody else?
Do you really expect me to not push you up against the wall, bitch? Hey,
Whoa,
that's just the
whoa.
way we talk in the clink. Been a lot of fun talk about prison today.
I love him with this purple
Bro,
bandana.
How did this show happen? How did like the jokes in these shows actually happen on air, bro? Like,
It's
Oh.
the best.
Here's
I
more
love
of her. Sorry, Josh.
no, you're good.
More of her.
What is this? What is this?
Why is it that my Latino and my proud African brothers gotta be doing all the work while these crack ass bitches doing the negotiating?
Is that the white woman from? Oh no.
Let me ask you something.
Oh.
Oh
Why we got
no.
to be the trash men and the maids and the
Oh.
gardeners?
Oh.
We got to live next to the trash dumps and the ghettos. We deserve better.
Oh.
Why is it?
Oh.
my
That makes me want to rip my skin off. That makes me want to rip my skin off.
Hold on, Jessica La Bombalera? Is that what her name was?
You talking about the who? The what?
I'm confused.
Who's Jessica Bamalena?
Oh, this might be the video. Hold on. This is the video I was trying to find.
What you talking about?
This is her. This is.
Oh,
Shay
this is
Davis
her.
said find her on Twitter.
She has a different. She was going by the Latina last name. God dang.
Oh,
That must
be this Bombalera.
That's how she identifies on Twitter.
I'm here in El Barrio, East Harlem. You probably know this neighborhood because the Hosanna Melissa Mark Viverito, who used to be the speaker of your city council,
I'm gonna leave.
sold my fucking neighborhood to developers and gentrifiers. So I got a couple of things to say. And when y'all come on and tell me my time stops, fuck out of here. It's and not just the cops, but to be honest with y'all, city council.
Okay,
Oh.
it's not funny no more. It hurts.
My
Oh, that is the
gosh.
worst thing ever.
She deserves to get beat like a pinata. Like that's
Skin
what
is
she.
coming inside out.
Oh my gosh.
That was literally the worst accent I've ever.
That hurt my ears. The audacity. The
down for
straight
that?
up audacity to be like, yeah, I'm going to put on this accent. I'm going to speak about my neighborhood.
Oh.
I'm going to speak about gentrification that white people are committing against this neighborhood when I am the white people.
I am white people. I literally am gentrification.
Oh, I can't. The audacity.
That's not even a code switch.
It's not a code she was ever given.
Can't code switch. Only we can code switch.
She got the wrong digits for the code switch. I don't understand.
I can't.
What was that?
I don't know.
What was that?
I did not like it. I did not like it.
You know what CP said once, the comedian, when we were doing game night? No, it was one of the talks. I don't know if it was unpopular opinion. It was the one where we talked about the N-word. And he was saying black people make the struggle look cool.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just like, but it seems like a different level though. It's not as if I feel like she was like, ooh, being black or being a Boricua, or however you say it, a Puerto Rican.
Boricua.
Oh, it's an R.
Boricua.
Morena,
See?
Dominicana, Colombiana, Boricua.
Don't
Sorry.
take much to get Angel to dance.
Listen, I'll be ready after I just tortured that word. Anyways,
Hey, Tom, it's happening to Angel now.
Yes.
She tortured that world.
The word was
Back to
scramble
you,
time.
Tom.
Jeez Louise. But I don't think she thought it was cool. I think she's just an evil person. Let's just get down to it. That is evil. Because I don't think it's a cool thing. I think it was, I want to take advantage of something and get by on folk. And now people are calling me out, so I got to hurry up and say something to try to save face.
And you know what's the worst part about this, Angel?
Mm-hmm.
She will face no consequences.
No.
Nothing will happen to her.
No.
They're not going to make her give that money back that she got, them grants and book sales.
No.
She can go on and do something else, get a job as a white person.
Yeah.
Teaching. Apparently she knows what she's talking about. But you could have also have taught this and just been white. You didn't have to be black. And she was trying to be Sabrina.
Yes,
she was like, Sabrina, I like this person. I will do this now.
She was like, Rachel, this is how you got it wrong. Okay, you went full black. Don't go full black. You don't do that. You got to add something else in there. And because same thing with Rachel, even though I think she's bat crazy. Rachel, very talented. Like I saw her
paint braid to the head too.
Braid better than I have ever been able to braid.
I saw Rachel braid and I was like, listen, don't even braid to the head like that.
Listen. She could have made some artwork that would have made this wall pop even more. Like she low-key had some artwork that I was like, how much is that? I was like, how much is that? Because that is fire. If she donates that to the NAACP, maybe it's not so bad.
Shay said she built her whole career off this, though.
Yeah.
I think she can go to another college as just Jessica, the artist.
I don't think she will. She's probably just as crazy as Rachel. Rachel did not stop. Rachel went and changed her name to a Nigerian name.
You gotta double down if you get caught like that.
She was like, people don't understand, but they will now when I tell people I'm Yoruba. Like she
what
went.
Did Rachel change her name to?
Okay, so I have a friend who's a writer that has the same name as her. What is her name? She writes All American. She's the showrunner. It is a common Nigerian last name.
Hold on. Googling.
Google it. What is my friend's
Nkechi
name?
Amari Diallo.
Nkechi.
Someone said
Nkechi.
Olu Rachel.
Said what?
Olu Rachel.
Olu Rachel. She did not say. You know what, guys? You caught me. I wasn't black. I was Nigerian. Y'all tripping.
Changed her name to Nkechi. Nkechi. She doubled down, and I think that's what Jessica probably gonna do.
Yeah.
She's gonna be like, give me the most Latina name you can find.
My name is Rosie Perez now. That is already someone. We know her. I'm in a movie called White Men Can Jump.
And we can steal your identity.
This is the problem. We be laughing at everything. They think it's a game.
Yeah. It just blows my mind. The audacity to do this and to pull it off.
White people just do whatever TF they want.
They do. And we just be sitting here dumbfounded like, wait a minute. What? How? Because, I mean, like, you don't be thinking, show me pictures of your parents. That's not what you be thinking. But I feel like that's what we going to have to start doing. Oh, you adopted? Nah. Get that 23andMe then.
We seen Drake's dad. We're like, oh, that's a nigga dad.
Oh my God, Drake's daddy.
Drake's dad. Like, oh, you can say nigga Drake. Your dad, the way he be act,
he is so out of pocket. His daddy is so out of pocket. I said, oh no, this can't be your daddy, Drake.
The black dad have I ever seen.
Oh. I be feeling bad. I be like, that can't. His daddy's out of pocket. But yeah, she's straight up trash.
Rachel Dubem Wigwe.
I have never. Hey, did you ever see the movie Imitation of Life?
Yeah.
Like that. It wasn't a comedy. You know what I'm saying?
It's a tragedy.
It was a tragedy. It was a biracial woman who decided to pass for white. And we showed it's tragic to deny who you really are. And these women are like, or is it? Or is it actually a good come up? You
brought up Biracial Angel. Please tell me you have seen She's Biracial by Sean Fury.
No.
Oh, girl.
What? Is that the because I feel like that's the new thing all these white girls are doing.
This is a song.
It's a song?
Yes.
Give it to me.
This is old YouTube joy.
Turn it up.
Have you seen this, John?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Ooh.
I gotta play the whole thing.
Oh, with the oh.
Ooh. Marion who?
I know it. When
Come
you
on.
do it in an Argyle sweater.
Oh my God.
Huh? Is he serious? Rainbow World. Ah! Jump in that daggone river behind you, sir. Ah! Signed.
Ooh.
Oh.
She won't go through it, ever do it, never prove it, let it go.
Ooh.
He got these bad built girls up on here walking too. World.
Who ever did a music video in a sweater?
And listen, in a sweater tight on that tummy. I just can't. This is not real, Kevin.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Sean Fury got like 8 songs.
Oh.
She's confused.
I don't know. The sides look the same. He put on a shirt. Go!
He gave up on that.
Oh, she is black. Look at that black girl like, why daddy got me in this video? Daddy.
Put this girl's arm out the socket.
What the?
Come on with the switch up.
This man. Oh. I can't.
This video is gonna live forever.
This pisses me off so much. What is he doing? He's like going in, suck me off while you're down there. That's what is this? Let me put my hands through your 2A hair. I love it. This song pisses me off. He pisses me off. He pisses me off. I hope he gets hit by a bus.
I think we found our intro music.
You know what? Do you understand? This is why black women, people just don't love us. To make a
I
whole
love y'all.
people,
I love y'all.
it's already
Marcus.
he better love me, but this it just so summarizes just the plight of a black girl, of a brown skinned girl.
Brown skin girl.
It was already like passively put in our face. Put in our face that like if you look like you got something other than black in you, that you're considered a prize. But this nigga made a whole song in a Burlington sweater. Okay, in loafers about it. Like, he was like, no shame in it. You're a prize. You're like jewels from a rainbow world.
Shame for what, Angel? Why would I be shamed? He came to save biracial girl. She was on the ground crying if it wasn't for him.
Because his daughter and some random chick were pulling at her arms.
I love you, biracial girl.
I mean, it should be the song in most of the 90s rap videos. That should have been playing the undertrack because that's really what it looked like. It was like, okay, biracial.
Anyway.
People are just buttholes, and he's one of them. He is one of them. He made a full song. A terrible one at that. He said, I'm going to go into the studio, lay tracks. I'm going to lay not just one take. I'm going to do 1 and 2 takes. I'm going to hit the note bad 3 times on top of each other. Okay, I'm going to go back. On top of it 3 times.
He's still making music, Angel.
He needs to go lay down somewhere. He needs to go lay down, or him and what's her face? Rachel and Nkechi and Jessica can make a song together. We ain't got no sense. We are demented.
Oh man.
I just can't.
Woo!
I can't.
You can, Angel.
I can't.
I believe in you.
I can't. I would want to sock him dead in his big old fat belly if I ever saw him for making that song. For making that song out loud, put it out there, and then dance moves. Who told him those were right?
Music breakdown was shot daddy da.
He at one point in time, this was his move. What was that?
That's what Aaliyah did. Sleep, sleep, sleep. I'll be waiting there with my tweet.
Is that where he got the choreography? Well, he didn't do it right. Kevin, that made me so mad. That made me so mad.
I gotta post that. I haven't watched it in a while.
It made me so mad.
Oh, he just listened to Tyler Perry's advice. That video has 500,000 views.
Because we're all confused. We're all confused.
Man, I'm talking about that's joy. You hear me?
That video, I will never. Hope I never hear it ever again.
Okay, please.
No, don't please.
No, I'm not
nothing.
playing him. Have you seen the Boaz music video?
No, Kevin, I got kids.
Okay, I didn't want to do this. Nothing is better than this. And I mean nothing on earth is better than Boaz.
Kind of good then.
You ain't seen this?
No, of course not. Amber. It sounds like kazoos.
Hey, babe. How you doing? Looking all good in that thing? What you reading there?
She's like, everybody just be hitting on me. God dang.
Out here.
She's just like, she's like, they can't.
I've been around, just graduated from college.
You have to watch this to get it.
You looking good today? Feel like getting some biscuits. I can sop you up with some gravy, baby.
That's what happens now.
Okay. I'm just saying, you look good. Almost as good as me, though.
Look at the camera. Because we going in. This mini movie at the beginning, very Michael Jackson-esque. It's too much.
Oh, no. She's Boaz.
And Boaz hears it.
Come on.
Oh,
What? How long?
now this is quality.
Come on, choreography.
She's got like a very strong hairline. I love it. Cindy. I am yours. He didn't even pay for them flowers. Oh, there he is. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Wait.
Oh, they give me the Aaliyah choreography, huh? I am waiting for you. I am waiting for you. This is quality. I've been praying for you. Hey. Oh!
You see it?
What? Magic tricks? You seen it? Oh! No sex. Yeah. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting. I didn't know that. Boaz, come on! Yeah. Come on. I've been waiting for ya. Hey. Here I am. Oh.
Choreography is on point.
Yeah. Ooh. Yes. Yeah. We about to land. Oh, with the boots up on the park bench?
He's not giving you a mate, so you can just sin. He's not giving you a mate who's not born again. He's not giving you a mate, so you can have sex.
Come on, transitions.
Come. Okay. Come on. Tell us what we gotta do. Is that what you heard? Come on, Cindy. Come on.
On your head.
She is.
Y'all give up that walk. You need to be waiting for that Boaz.
Come on. And you know I like the red in this? Yeah. Boaz. I was like, she better come back to that Boaz part. Yeah. Yeah. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting. But come on, Cindy. Yeah. I saw the. Come on, and they ready. Yeah. Oh my! Why is the song still going on? Wait a Cindy. Cindy. You gotta leave him wanting more, Cindy.
Empty the tank, Cindy.
That's what she's doing. She's like, y'all getting all these. Yeah. It's from the. Oh, did you know it was from the musical? It's a soundtrack from the musical Single Life. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
Oh, I need to see
to
the
the
musical.
end
All she needed was me to drop a hook on there, a couple of bars, but
Why is it still going?
it was still going.
Quick 8.
Just a quick 8.
A little 8 piece.
You know, that's all she needed. That's quality.
That's what Sean Fury needed.
Yeah, I don't know. See, that's why he ain't gonna get a biracial woman. He ain't gonna get nothing.
No.
But she gonna get a Boaz.
Oh, Boaz is on the way.
Boaz. That's when you know she's living right because her hairline was so solid.
By the way, since
That's
you
living
brought
right.
that up,
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, why did you do the strong face mama video?
Why wouldn't I?
What
I
is
put it on. I
wrong?
saw somebody else use it, a dude use it, and I said, "What is that?" And I put it on, and I said, "Oh, I know some women with this strong face. Their faces are real strong, real like."
Y'all please look at Angel's Instagram. She says this is how your strong mom be asking for water and stuff.
Yeah, but her
Angel-
nails be like they grow naturally. They be growing naturally. They keep their house together.
You are not well.
But it's the truth. Them strong. Oh, they be strong in the face, but they skin be
oh.
nice.
Hey, have you seen what's that Lakeith Stanfield movie where they turn into horses?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Kev, you always. I just want you to just pretend that you're introducing me to everything.
I have to.
Here's the thing.
About this filter is that
Yeah.
give me some cheese and milk from the store and make sure you bring me back some change.
Yeah.
But mamas who look like this always got good credit.
Yeah, they do.
What's hilarious about
Angel,
They do be having good credit.
She's been like this. Sorry to bother you. Have you seen Sorry to Bother You? Thank you, Treese.
No,
The people in the movie turn into they run a call center, and the big reveal is that the drug they're selling turns people into horses.
Oh no.
And that's what your strong-faced mom looks like.
Let me see what these people look like. Kevin, I think you're being harsh on people. I did not look that bad. Marcus said, that's all I see right now.
Oh, you
is
got
that face. I was like, you being extra. How old is, this came out in 2018?
Yeah, Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah, I knew who Lakeith is. I mean, strangely enough.
That movie's weird, man.
It says it's a comedy.
A
Maybe
super
if you
weird
would have
movie.
taken like a shot of the Patron and like had a psychedelic type of.
I almost died that night. You understand? I could have had alcohol poisoning. All right, one more thing I want to talk about before we let you go.
I know, because we just over here listening to
just
music
chopping it
videos.
up.
Yeah.
John Boyega was like, F Star Wars.
Pretty much.
He also emptied the clip.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
He
He doubled down.
He was like,
He did.
they had started him on such a strong path on the first movie, but by the third one, he was just a man running around
Yeah, they were like,
Like,
you're
oh,
not
here he
important
goes
anymore.
again.
aimlessly. He picked up a lightsaber. You're not even supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah, he was fighting people with it.
Bro.
So relax.
So John was like, I got some stuff to get off my chest. Disney, appreciate you for the check.
Right.
You don't own me, though.
You
Star
don't.
Wars fans, F you.
Right.
F you.
And F you.
Who's next? I loved the article.
I did too. It was because sometimes people do be feeling so beholden to the people that have put them on, and he's like, but let's be real about it, especially since we're really talking about social injustice.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't do nothing with me. Y'all didn't do nothing with Kelly Tran, who I know.
You know Kelly Tran?
We used to be in an improv group together.
They drove her off social media. It is not her fault.
They drove her off. Yeah, you know what? When they had released the very first movie cover on top of a magazine, I can't remember which one. I realized I couldn't find her anymore on social media.
Right.
I did not realize it
Them
was.
Star Wars fan. Like, bro, you don't own this content.
They think they do. They're like, if you're not casting this the way my fantasy in my head is of how these people look, I am so upset. They did the same thing with I don't know if you watched the Hunger Games trilogy at all.
Yep.
The little black girl.
Yep.
They were like, she's not supposed to be black. And it's just like, this is a fantasy.
It is a literal fiction. Literally a fiction.
Literally a fiction in a fictitious place. We're not even dealing with an environment that already exists and putting fantasy in it.
Bruh.
People get these low key geeks. They be on some old mess, and
they be thinking they own it.
They
like
do.
The fan fiction. They think without us, you can't do this. Like Disney can't do this. Like
right, and it's just but you don't know what the person who wrote this decided they wanted. And second of all, why is that ruining the show for you so much? Why is seeing her Asian face ruining it for you? Why is it just I can't watch? Why couldn't his character have a better storyline throughout? Why did he, like he said, y'all knew what to do with the other people.
Yes.
Y'all knew exactly
and
what
they
to
had
do.
plenty of time.
Plenty.
Them movies was long.
That's why I can't.
And
I ain't got that much time.
I'm really happy for him. Because I know that was he was I was in therapy. I was so angry at the world because people want you to take the worst experience of your life and be happy for it.
Right.
You should just be happy you even got to be in Star Wars. Also, no.
Yeah.
And you're an actress. Sometimes this is how you pay your bills. So you got to take some jobs that you don't necessarily love.
Right.
Deal with some stuff because this is how you pay your bills. And for him, the best thing that I love is he's taking that Star Wars money and he's doing he starts his own production company, and he's taking the movies and making the movies he wants. Same thing with Viola Davis. She said she regrets the Help.
Yeah, I
being in
remember
The
when
Help so much, but now she's doing using her money and stuff to be to do the story she wants to do. Did you see what Michael Rappaport talked about? Can you talk about him because you were in Atypical?
What did he talk about? I didn't see what he talked about.
He basically told John he should be happy.
Man, every opportunity is not a good opportunity for you.
No. And maybe John needed to take that to do what he needed to do, but you don't have to shut up and just be excited about it.
Michael Rappaport can shut the hell up. He has, listen, and I actually like Michael Rappaport, but that don't mean that his opinion is needed on every single thing. White man, you are living in a very different world than anybody black. I don't care if his wife is a black woman. She's very
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes, his wife is black and very nice. Very, very nice. It made sense why me and him had chemistry. Once I met her, I was like, this makes sense why we're able to play off of each other so well.
I like him in roles. I don't like him in a life.
I mean, yeah, he's a bit much.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes he needs to shut up. Like, you don't know what it's like to walk as a black person through this industry and having to feel like, and I'm not saying only black people have to feel this way, that you are taking on roles that you don't necessarily want. I have now gotten to the age where I just refuse. There are auditions that my people send me and I'll be like, I'm good.
I do that too.
I
also do something and I don't get them.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought I was going to get for sure. They haven't called me.
You said, where they go?
They're supposed to be I'd be still getting excited, and then they just be shooting the show. I'd be like,
wait a minute,
where am I? 253. That was y'all
didn't
call my email for the. Why y'all not?
What?
Okay.
All right.
Now here's what y'all gonna do. When I get where I'm going.
Oh man, that
you gonna have to pay me handsomely.
I can't wait for that.
Oh, you thought I was petty before?
Oh, you're gonna be
petty. I'll be auditioning for the same casting director, taking general. We love you, kid. Audition for us. I'll be auditioning. We don't love you that much.
Well, you got to understand it's not their decision, though.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
Being on the other side of the table, I realize how many more people have to sign off and all that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. But whoever made the decision.
Oh, yeah, they're going to regret it.
Going to pay.
Yeah, they're going to regret it. And they're going to have to pay handsomely to use you. Oh, absolutely.
I'm busy doing what? Shooting my son's podcast. Eating grapes.
Toes out.
I'm eating, but the thing that I'm most grateful about is anything I get now is bonus. Like I built enough to survive and thrive on my own, and I'm more excited about the stuff that we're building.
Yeah,
the movies and stuff that we're going to be making. Bald and the Beautiful. More excited about that than I would to be cast a show. But if I could do that show and get cashed out and then have more to invest into my company,
you are going to do it. That's what's going to happen.
And I feel like you've conditioned yourself to where you don't need to seek approval.
Me?
Or validation or those affirmations are like, oh, I got this role, so I know I'm lit.
Oh, yeah. No. And a lot of times, man, now that I know, people don't be making what you think they make a lot of times, especially for stuff like, like people ask me, why don't you do Wild 'N Out? First of all.
Oh, I wouldn't think those checks would be amazing unless you were like Carlos or Chico.
Carlos,
and that's
Chico,
after they
DC Young Fly.
And that's after they built what they built outside. They were able to negotiate the higher payment.
But just a regular person on there?
SNL. You would listen, my people were like, Angel, we don't want you trying to go hard for SNL because you'll have to get a second job to be able to take care of your family.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. To start
off, you also
off,
got to live in New York.
Yes, they were like, you would have to live in New York, and the amount that they would pay you, you'd be able to afford a place, but like childcare, all the stuff, you would have to legitimately, because you are not a single woman that could just live with someone else, you would more than likely have to get a second job to be able to.
And you might not even be the focal point of the show.
And that's what they say, because you come in at a certain level, right?
Yeah,
and then obviously as you become one of their stars, you can start getting paid more. But then people that are just coming in, they are not getting paid lucrative salaries. Yeah, it's better than working at like Trader Joe's or McDonald's, but it's still not like if you got a whole family like myself, it's not like
4 of them things.
4 of them things.
Hungry.
They were like, yeah, no. They were like, we get it. But, and then also you would just be an accessory. And they were like, that you're not going to enjoy just being an accessory. That's it. No. You're going to be, oh, we need a black character for this one joke in this scene.
You are more than that.
Thank you. And I'm trying to walk in that. But yeah, no, I'm glad that John got to that point of feeling comfortable saying the truth, because that's the only way that if black people still want to be working with these big conglomerates, they have to start being vocal about, like, this wasn't cool. I didn't enjoy it. Just like Kenya Barris leaving ABC. He was just like, I can't, y'all not going to keep trying to tell me, like the one episode that they finally aired that he was so proud of. He was like, y'all really are not going to air it, because
and that's what happens when someone owns that show. He doesn't own Blackish.
He doesn't.
They can't. That's why Camp on Stage Studios is owned by me. You cannot tell me what I can be making.
Yeah. You can't. And I think it does take a lot of, this is why your son didn't believe you played basketball. He's seen enough of that. Look up.
Thank you, Josh.
He's seen enough of that to know there's no way you could ball. No way at all. But yeah, no. Just getting to the point of being vocally honest about it to make these studios start to feel uncomfortable with how they treat people of color. Like, we get it. White folk are buying your things or whatever, but we still have value, and we will not detract from the value just because you use us properly.
I agree 100%. All right, guys. We got to go.
Yeah, I got to take my baby
Angel
to
gotta do mom
doctors.
stuff.
Yeah.
I got to pee.
Me too.
Josh, you got to shoot something.
Josh over here with his black and his gold chain on again. Y'all can't see him.
It's Friday.
He's looking cute, y'all. He's looking cute.
I just want to feel good when I'm driving. You know, I'm not going out anywhere. Shout out to Miss Rona.
We will see you guys on Tuesday. Have a safe and happy Labor Day. We can still celebrate that, right?
Listen, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna assume yes, and we'll.
I don't know.
And if
also,
not,
the Ladies' Night show is selling more than the show before it.
Of course.
By a lot.
Of course, and we haven't even done any of the promoting that you. Oh, and I've got.
You have an idea?
It's really good. I was going to shoot it on my own, and then when I was talking to Brennan, he was like, "No, tell me." I literally was going to shoot it and put it up and be like, "Yeah."
We have a whole. I want to help.
Can I help?
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
I would like to help.
Melissa has her own ideas, so.
He was like, "Yeah, did you talk to Melissa?" I said, "I'm going to talk to her," but I said, "I think she's going to like his idea."
All right, because I want to shoot. Usually, we shot three yesterday for that thing, so I want to give you guys the same production resources. Matter of fact, more, but at least 2 or 3.
All right.
So use Angel's code.
ANGEL. Get your $3 off.
Because she gets paid per ticket she sells. Oh, all the comedians do, but.
Oh, is that the truth?
Yeah, $1 per ticket.
I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I surely didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Buy it from my call ANGEL.